Gabriella here today doing a page that is going to deal with the Quilt Fest that I went to this weekend. So I'm doing a banner page and I'm going to be displaying 3 of the quilts that I really liked from the show. So to go along with that, with this month's Club Q, there was a bunch of really cool stuff, including some really nice twine. So that was what inspired me to do a banner page, and then it just so happened that I had some cool photos from the Quilt and Sewing Expo. So I'm going to start by cutting my twine, and I need it to be just a little bit longer than the page. And here I was thinking I was going to do another piece across, but I didn't. I need it to be just a little bit longer than the page because I'm going to punch holes in each side, and then I'm going to put eyelets in those and stretch it all the way across. So I'm starting here by just putting a little bit of tape runner on the back of another sheet of paper that was in this month's Club Q, and I'm putting that together. And then these cool circle cutouts were, there were 2 sets of them actually, and I'm just going to run these through my sticker maker right here because it's going to be easier and I'm going to get full coverage. So I'm going to peel that off and then just line that up. And I'm actually using the grid that's on my craft mat there. Oh, this is my cutting mat. To sort of get everything lined up. So I'm also using another Xyron sticker maker here for these tiny dots because, again, that'll give me edge-to-edge coverage and it's really fast. And because they're so small, I thought I'd put them in the small sticker maker instead of putting them in the big one and wasting a bunch of adhesive. So these I'm just kind of organizing in a sort of random pattern. Like, you can do them any way that you want. And then I'm going to layer my banners because I'm going to have my pictures at different sizes. So I'm doing the same thing here. I'm just running the banners through the Xyron, stick these together, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Okay, and then I did the same thing with the big one in the center, and then now I'm punching holes to run my twine across. And then I realized that I wanted to set eyelets in there, but also that I had to punch holes in all of the banners as well because I'm going to actually hang them instead of just, sort of faux hang them on the twine. Okay, and so now I'm just going to thread those through. And this page took me about 35 minutes to do. Like, I'm going super fast here, and I think this video is going to end up being 5 or 6 minutes, but this only took about 30 or 35 minutes, even with me fussing right there trying to get the last piece of twine through that eyelet. So I'm just tying it in little knots right there because, no one should really be over handling this. So I just did 2 little knots and then cut the ends off to keep it neat. And that should be fine. Okay, and then that's just another little piece of paper that I ran through my sticker maker and then just folded it over to make it stick. And that's just like a little tiny banner that's going to hang there. It's not going to have anything on it. Okay, so I pulled some more little embellishments out of this month's Club Q. So I've got some brads there, and so I'm just going to punch some holes. And this is a piece of chipboard that was also included. And then I'm just going to put those in there, and I chose red ones and green ones just because I thought it went with the rest of the paper really well. And that's going to be my journal. It's going to be my journal card down at the bottom there. So I'm using a paper piercer right there to make it easier to put the brads through here, through the tiny label holder there. Okay, and that's me just I have a tool that you can use to put your brads in, but I find that most of the time if you're just doing a couple, it's easier to just do it with your hands. And then I'm chalking the edges of my chipboard, and I'm not overly concerned because the ink will wipe right off of the brads that are up there, so I'm not being super careful. And I'm using mahogany ink here in the powder puff chalking inks, and I decided I wanted to do this, and I did the outline of my journal card as well because I thought just something to give it a little bit of separation, but I didn't want to go crazy. So I'm just going around that now. You can see. Okay, and then I also realized because I had already rounded the edges of my journal card right there, I realized I wanted to round the edges of my chipboard right there, and that's going to be where I'm going to just hand letter my title on there for the page, which is Best of QuiltCon, because that's where the quilts were from. They were from QuiltCon from 2016, and they were on display at the Quilt and Sewing Expo, which is really, really nice. So a whole bunch of really nice quilts, and these are the 3 that I just liked the most. So to make these fit, I'm just going to cut the pictures down to different sizes to have them fit on those banners. And you can see that right here. Here's the finished page. And I added a couple of die cut stickers onto the page as well. And then I went over everything with a glitter gel pen just to give it a pop. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And if you like this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.